I'm going to show you how to recreate this website for your meal prep business for under $25. If you don't have a meal prep business, but you're looking for a way to make a website that won't like break the bank, then stay tuned because you'll be able to make a website with what I'm going to show you in any niche. If you click the link in my video description below, you'll get taken to the website builder that I used to create that site called Card. I mean, I've seen some people talk about it, but I don't understand why people aren't talking about it more, because I think it's a great way for beginners or for people who are looking to update their site to make one really nice. As you can see, as I'm scrolling, they have a bunch of pre-made templates. You can also build one from scratch, which in later tutorials I will be going over how to do that. Once you get to this page, you won't even have to create an account right away. You can just start creating. For this particular website that I made, I did use one of their pre-built templates that we're going to find right now. If you are looking at some of these other templates and you want to use them, you could do that. The point is, after this video, you should be able to come in here, and whether you use another template or build from scratch, you'll kind of learn how the program or how the site, the builder works, so you can just unleash your creativity. This is the template that I used. I'll actually zoom in just so you can kind of get a better look of the thumbnail of it. I'm just going to go ahead and select it. And if you use that link in my video description below, you'll get this message. The great part about this is to set all this up initially is free, because you can just activate their 7-day free trial. And if you're wondering how much is it after the free trial, they're advertising right here their $19 a year plan. There isn't a website builder out there that at least I'm aware of where you can make the types of websites you can make on here for $19 a year. I mean, maybe a month you'll be paying that, but not a year. If you click that Learn More button on that message, if you scroll down, you'll see the plans that they have. For the website that we're building, you don't even have to do the $19 a year one. You can use the Pro Lite version of their basic plan there. The $19 a year one would be good because you can make multiple sites, especially if you're gonna make certain things that you want to link to your main site. You can use some extra space. So once you activate that trial, you'll be able to then go on the template and select it. Once you do, it takes you straight away to the website builder. So as you can see, as I'm moving my mouse, you see these little boxes light up. You see the word containers, and then inside of these containers, we have our, this particular container, we have a text element, but you can put whatever types of elements you want in there. I mean, images, videos, audio, gallery, timer, slideshow. I mean, you could do all kinds of things here. You could even have custom widgets in here, or if you have a code for something, you could do that as well. So we're going to go ahead and start editing this template. We're going to create this little navigation section here at the top real quick. What we're going to do first is change the container color, and we're going to split this container into 2 columns, because as you see, I have this little like text logo here, and then we have the navigation bar. Click on the container, and then under the type, we're going to select columns, and then as you see, it's kind of splits into 2. And then what you're going to do is come down here to the left column and just do the little drop down arrow, and in the width just put 38%. We're basically changing the width of each column in the container, which is pretty cool. And then on the right container, we'll just leave it as it automatically updates. And then we're going to, for the alignment, we're going to just center it for now. This is so that when we put elements in this right container, they'll be set to where you can see them, because you'll see what I'm talking about here actually in just a second. So now we're going to go up to this little paintbrush icon here, and we're going to scroll down to the color where it says background. Now what's really cool, just to show you really quick, you can have your background a color like we're going to do. You can have it be a gradient, you can have it be an image, you can have it be a video and slideshow. You can do these things, are really cool. But we're just going to have just a color. And obviously you can make it whatever color you want, and you can also change the opacity down here. I know the color that I want, so I'm just gonna go ahead and paste the color code in there. And now we're just gonna press done just so you can kind of see what that looks like. Now, we had that text element at the start of this, and it kind of automatically went to this left column, which is fine. We'll just leave that there. But now we need the links. Go ahead and click the container again, then go to this plus icon to add an element, and you're going to scroll down to where it says links, and you're going to add it. And it added it in the left column. Now, one thing I will say we'll have to kind of get used to is the little editing panels. They can kind of get in the way. And sometimes what can make it easier is if you go to the very top and just swap the position of the panel. So sometimes you can kind of see if it's blocking. The unfortunate part is this little like toolbar is kind of always in the way and you can't drag it. I wish you can drag and drop it. So I hope that one day maybe they improve on that. So we want the links in this column. So all we're gonna do is literally just drag and drop it. Go ahead and switch it back to this section. Go ahead and click on the little drop down arrow for this link here. And then under label, we're just gonna go ahead and title what you want as your link. That's the first link. Under URL, what we're gonna do here is delete the URL that's in here. And what I want you to type is a hashtag and then put how it works. And what we're doing here is, because these are links, we want when somebody goes to the site to click on a link, it scrolls down to its corresponding, section. So this is creating the pathway that we're going to continue setting up later on to have the navigation bar function properly. So just hashtag, all lowercases, no spaces, the exact phrase that you put on your label right in the URL. Then we're going to go ahead and select this up arrow, and then we're going to add another link. So it pops up here, as you can see, and don't worry, we will center this here in a second. On here, I have the chef as the next link, and then the same thing for the URL. I'm gonna delete what's already in there, and then we're gonna put a hashtag and just gonna put the chef. We're gonna add the third link. It's gonna be called services in the URL section, hashtag services, no, just all lowercase. Obviously, if you don't offer these services, you can just put whatever you're going to be offering. It's just something that, I was thinking of on what people could have on their sites for this particular business. And I'm going to go ahead and add the last one. Okay, so we have our links. So let's kind of edit a little bit more. So we're going to go up here to this paintbrush to where it says the appearance settings. And under style, actually, before we do any of that, this is very important. Under appearance, you're gonna select this little drop-down menu and just go ahead and delete whatever it's checked off on. Same with actually this text here. So we're gonna go to this text, and on this drop-down window, we're gonna just delete these styles. The reason why is because these are actually very useful, but maybe in a later time I will talk about them. But basically, let's say you have some multiple, texts in containers that you want to be the same size, the same font, the same, everything, spacing, whatever. You can link up several text elements and have them all change when you change one. And while that's pretty cool for this, I kind of don't like it. I always forget that they're linked, and I'll change something and then it makes something else go out of whack on the website. So I'm like, oh, then you got to fix that. So I'm gonna go ahead and click the links element again. Under style, we're gonna select plain. Now, if you like it underlined like this constantly, you can leave it, but I'm gonna do plain. And then as you can see, we have these dot dividers in between the links. We're going to change that as well, where you scroll down and you'll see dividers, and you can play around with the ones they have, but I'm just going to say none. We can adjust the size of the font. Right here, you can obviously change the font. There are many fonts to choose from. We're going to align the links a little bit better. So we're going to scroll down to where it says alignment, and we're going to click left. And see, it brings it right there. I'm going to go ahead and change the text up here to the little text logo that I have. So we'll click on it and then go to the text element icon, which is the letter A here. And just going to go ahead and paste that in. We're going to go back to the settings, and I'm going to go ahead and change the font. There are tons of fonts you could choose from. I'm going to do water brush. And again, you can't see it because the panel's in the way. So I'm going to just go ahead and flip. Oh yeah, that's right. So this is what I'm talking about. You kind of have to get used to a little bit, but it doesn't take very long to kind of get used to it. I'm going to play with the size just to kind of see it. You just press done and click somewhere else. Anywhere else, almost anywhere else. Let me see. 1 second. Actually, got to flip the panel back. Let's flip it back and then press done. So now you can see it better. I'm gonna see if we can get these links a little down more. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on the container, and you're gonna scroll down to where you see where it says contents, and you're gonna come down here to where it says alignment, and you're gonna come to the right of center and drop down and just hit the center. See how, I'm gonna go back, just keep your eye on the links here. It was like that, and then this kind of just centered it a little bit better in the container. You can put it at the bottom if you want. If somehow your links, you want them to be a little bit more to the left or more to the right or whatever, what you can do is click on the container and then go to where it says gutters, and you can kind of play with this a little bit here. I don't want it like that, so I'm going to undo it and press done. Now on this site, I have this as more of like a darker, like a charcoal color, but I'm going to leave it white for now. I kind of like it white. Now we're going to go ahead and recreate this hero banner section of the site. So we have this container already here. We're going to click on it, and we're going to go to where it says background. It's already on image, so we're just going to go ahead and upload it. I'm assuming you have pictures already of your business, or you know that you can, hire someone, or you can take pictures of yourself of, to put, your pictures on your website. If not, for the type of pictures that I have here, I just use an AI tool called Midjourney. If you definitely are the face of your company, I would definitely recommend using your own pictures. So I'm just doing this because I don't have this business. I just wanted to show off this website builder and kind of give some ideas for people who are in this space. So when you have the image in here, you'll see this little crop tool where you can select how much of the picture you want to be in there. If you don't want the crop tool at all, you can come up here to where it says fix crop and click on it once, twice, and it gets rid of it, and it will upload the whole picture. Or you can just drag the crop tool for all four corners. So I'm going to flip this image, which you'll see why. And then I'm going to take the crop tool and make this come like right there. I don't want this section in the shot. I'm going to choose done just so you can see. The reason why I cropped it is so that, and we're going to, fix this a little bit more, but there's this like empty space here where a lot of the text is going to be. And that's why I wanted that image to be cropped so that the text doesn't really cover like the faces and stuff too much. I went ahead and clicked on the container again. And one thing I'm going to do is go to the top, and on the height, I'm going to drag it down because I want more of this picture to be seen. So there we go. We already have two text elements on here, so we're going to leave them. I'm going to click on them and just set the alignment. Scroll down to where it says left. I'm going to do the same thing to this one. We'll adjust the size, and then we'll add the next thing you have to add is the button. So what you're going to do is click on this text and then add your button. Now the reason why you have to click, I'll just actually demonstrate it. If wherever you want elements, if you want certain things under other elements, you want to try to get in the habit of clicking on the element and then adding it, because if you don't, If you don't have anything clicked and you try to add something, let's just add another button, it's going to automatically put it way at the bottom of the site. So you have to drag it up. If you want something in a container, or if you want something under an element, try to click the container or the element and then add whatever element you want. So on the button, I'm going to go ahead and change the text and things like that, and then we'll align it to the left. On the button, you're going to go ahead and press the drop down arrow, and then under label, just paste whatever you want in there. If you don't want a button, you don't have to have a button. Again, just trying to give you ideas of what you can do. This can go to a page that you can create on Card or somewhere else if you already have one, that goes to a menu, goes to a form that people have to fill out to let you know like what they want off their menu. You could even plan like an appointment to either meet them in person or get on a Zoom call to plan what they want out for the week or whatever it is. You know, you can do all kinds of things. Again, just ideas. We're gonna go to the paintbrush again, and first off, again, under right next to appearance, we're gonna go ahead and delete these styles that are already here, because again, we don't want them to be linked to the other buttons to where if we edit them, it'll change this button too. I hope that makes sense. For the style, you can have a solid button or an outlined button. We're just gonna do a solid. And then you can choose the type of button. You can have it label only, where this icon disappears, which that's what I'm gonna have it on. Under the color for the background, you can change the color of the background to whatever you want. Under label, you can change the color of the words. And for this one, I think on the actual other site that I made, I have it as that little like coral type color, but I think I'm gonna do green, some type of green color here. If you scroll down, you can change the width of the button. You can make it long, you can change the height. I'm just gonna do it like that. And if you scroll down even further, you'll start to mess with the font again. You can raise that up. You can change with the boldness of this particular font. Not every font you can do this with, but you can do that. And I'll make it, let's just make it extra bold. If you want, you can have a hover color. So this is like a color it'll change to when somebody kind of hovers over it, as you can see. I don't want one, so I'm just going to delete that. Then we're going to come down and go to the alignment and go ahead and select left. And there you go. I am going to make this a little bit smaller. It's a little bit kind of big. Here's just kind of an idea of what you can say here. Here's a little tip. On this image, if you feel like the text is not popping enough, you can just click on the container. You'll see your background. And then if you keep scrolling down, you'll see where it says overlay. If you turn this off, it will put in the picture exactly how you have it like saved. But if you have an actual overlay, it kind of has this little color. You can tone the colors down or the lighting down a little bit to make the text stand out. You can make it, you know, as dark or as light as you want. I'm gonna go with that gray color, and I'll just increase, let me see here, increase the opacity a little bit. And the more you kind of play around with it, you can see like your text will just pop out a little bit better. So I'm just gonna leave it like this. Now it's time to make the how it works section. We're also gonna start linking the navigation bar to each section that we create by first clicking the bottom container, which is this image container. And then we're gonna do a element and press Control. So this is something that will be only visible in the builder, not on the published site. And this is where we're going to link our nav bar. As it's highlighted, you're going to come to where it says type, and we're going to go ahead and make it a scroll point. In other videos, I will talk about this section break feature. It's really, really cool. It's to where you can make it look like you have multiple pages. Just make it a scroll point, and then we're going to name the scroll point. So all you're going to do, see there's that hashtag sign that we put up here when we made the links. So all you're going to do is put what you named the URL. So on this one, it's just going to be how it works. No spaces and all lowercase. Then we're going to press done. If you want to test this right away, you have to save your work and then view the site. Now, before we do that, because there are some other images on this text, it's not, on this site, it's not going to let us publish. If you were to save right now, say publish this site, you have to go through and name your site. Now you could just put whatever you want for now as you're building it, but when you're actually going to launch the site, obviously you want to have a good title, a good description, especially if you're wanting it to possibly get ranked for certain keywords. I'm just going to put meal prep for the title for right now, and then description, you could literally put the same thing. And then for the URL, this is the actual URL. You can have a free .car.co URL if you don't have a domain name. Or if you do have a domain name, you can set that up through here. I'm not going to go over that in this video, but I may link some tutorial videos below in the description or in the comments for you to check that out. I'm just going to go ahead and see if that's available. I'm going to do, okay, one. Again, this doesn't have to be, you can change this when you're actually going to go and launch everything. We're going to press publish. So this is what I was saying. If you have like pictures on your site and you didn't finish them, it won't let you save. So what we're going to do is go ahead. First off, we're going to delete one of these images because we're not going to need it. And then on here, because I already know what I'm putting here, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. It's going to be this portrait like picture. Now we'll go to say or publishing, and then you can press view the site. And there you go. Let's click how it works, and it scrolls down to the section we're going to continue building out. So now we just come back, it's okay, and let's keep going from here. As you can see on this like white space, you'll see like these little patterns. I think this is a confetti pattern. If you want to change that, just click on there, and under pattern, you'll be able to change it. You'll scroll to the top and press none, or you can play around with other patterns if you want. You can change the color of them. I mean, you could do all kinds of things. But for me, I'm just going to select none. We're going to change this text to how it works. We're going to delete this text. If you want it that way, you can keep it like that. Now, right under the how it works element, we're going to go ahead and click on it, and then go to the plus icon and add a container. So now we have a whole new container set up because we're creating this part. We're going to go to the container element tab right here and make this into 3 columns. So we're just going to show you, just press add, and you'll see now it's split into 3. And you can adjust the percentages. I'm going to leave it like as is. And then we're just going to go ahead and drop all of the elements that we need for these columns. So we have images, we have an image, and 2 text elements under that. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. So again, as the container is selected, we're going to go ahead and add the images. So we need 3 of them. So what you can do, as this is highlighted, you come down here to where it says make a copy of this element and copy it 3 times or 2 times, and go ahead and drag elements to the other columns. And again, we'll adjust the size and all of that kind of stuff. Then we're going to click on the image and go ahead and put in 6 text elements. And again, we're going to go ahead and drag them under the column we want. We're going to go ahead and change the color of this background of the container too. I'm going to scroll down to make this a color. I'm just going to paste that in there. Now on this part of the site, we're going to enable some styles here because we do want all of these to basically be the same. So when you click on the image, next to appearance, you have where it says spotlight. I'm going to go ahead and delete it because I don't know what else this is connected to. We're just going to create another one. Go ahead and name it. Okay, I named it How It Works P for pictures. Then we're going to go to this image element tab here and then upload the picture we want. So I got these little icons from Canva. You can use the free trial or the pro version if you have it, and just get these little icons from there. And so then we're going to kind of crop this. We really just only want the icon. Crop that like that. Press accept, and there it's there. We'll change the size here. We're also going to get rid, I don't know if you can tell, but on this image, I'm sure you can, there's a drop shadow on it. And so we're going to get rid of that to make it just look flat on the page. So under drop shadow, as it's highlighted, we're just going to delete the code in there and it'll take it away. So now it just looks flat. So everything we did to this one is now styled under the How It Works P style. So the next images that I put in here, I'm going to make sure that this style is selected so that they all can be adjusted at the same time if I decide to change them. Okay, ran into a little bit of an issue. I need to crop this a little bit more, this particular image. I think we'll fix this. Okay, to kind of fix this like I did, I actually had to take off the style for this one because the pictures are not the exact same like height and width, and so it's kind of messing it up a little bit. So if you're gonna make yours in Canva, make sure you make them all the same size. And then I'm gonna go ahead and upload this picture. So now we're gonna do the text. Okay, so I kind of sped that up. Hopefully you can kind of see what I did. I just edited, just put the text I wanted in there, and I did create a style for them just so they could be all the same. In fact, this could maybe be a little bit smaller. Let's do that for right now, like that. I also kind of want these a little bit spaced out just a little bit more. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to click on the container and I'm going to go to where it says gutters and kind of space them out. The only problem with this is that this can kind of get thrown out of whack. Let me see if I can fix it really quick. So just to kind of recap, I went to the container and then I scrolled down to the contents, and under alignment, I clicked center right here next to auto, and that kind of helped it. I'm gonna go ahead and save what we have so far. You want to kind of get in the habit of saving, because if you get out of the builder, you'll lose everything you've built, which kind of would suck. And then you can view it also with this little pop-out icon there. Uh-oh. So I'm so glad we ran into that issue there. As you can see how I changed this container and it changed this up here, that means there was some type of style that was selected. Yeah, it was on banner. I'm gonna go ahead and delete all of these. I'm really used to building sites now on card from scratch, so I don't really have this issue. I've kind of forgot about it. So when I use a template, I kind of forget to change the styling thing. So I'm gonna go back to this container and we will have to redo what we did. And I'm just gonna do that really quick and come back. Okay, so changed that. These icons are pretty dark. They're black, and the text underneath it is lighter. So we'll just go ahead and edit that really quick, just to kind of make it just look a little bit better. We'll just set that to black. And because these are styled the same, I was able to change all three at the same time. So if you can use them right, the little styling tools, it works really well. Now we're just gonna make this little container right here, which is very easy. We're gonna click on the bottom of this container, and then we're going to add another container right underneath it. So went right underneath that. We're gonna go ahead and change the color, and then with it still selected, we're gonna add a text. Oh, didn't have it selected. So as you can see, it'll go down like that. So dragging it up, we're gonna make sure there's no style on this. Great, we have our text in here. I'm gonna click on this container again and bring the height way down. We're gonna make the text go a little smaller. If the height stops kind of working, you could just use the padding for the vertical and do it like that. Make it a little bit larger. One thing I'm realizing is on the original site, I had it as white, and I think that does look a little bit better. Kind of just the text pops a little bit, even though these are black. In Canva or wherever you get your little logos from, on this particular part, you can make them the color of whatever text you're gonna have here. Okay, so now we're gonna make the Meet the Chef section. So first we're gonna go ahead and connect the navigation bar to scroll down to this area once somebody clicks on it. So we're gonna go to the container right above the section we want to start, click on it, and then add a control. Under type, make it a scroll point, and then we're gonna name it. And we're literally just gonna put the chef, again, with that hashtag symbol. We're gonna press done. And so I know that it's already working, but if you wanna publish it and save it and test it, you can. If it does not work, then what you named the control does not match whatever you named at the link. So you have to make sure these are the same. So just to check it, if you want to double check, just go to your links, go to this tab right here, select which link you're working on, and then look at the URL. Hashtag the chef with no spaces, all lower cases. Is that the same as this? And it is. So when you have it like that, you'll know for a fact it's going to work. What I'm going to do here is just paste this in here. Okay, there we go. So I actually had to put the whole image in, not crop it, to make that look good. I'm going to go ahead and delete this whole container. So we'll just click on it and go to this trash can icon. And you want to preserve the elements inside. I'm going to say no, because I want all of it to disappear. So we got that. Now we're going to make our services section. We're going to link the services link to the scroll point control, which we're going to add right now. Bottom of the Meet the Chef container, and add a control. We're going to put it as a scroll point, and then services. Press done. I'm going to go ahead and delete these elements. Then right under services, we're going to add a container. We're going to click on the container. We're going to click on the container and split it into 2 columns, 50-50 each. And so here we have 2 text elements, a list element, and then a button. So let's go ahead and click on the container. We want all this in. We're going to put text. Let's do this 4 times because we'll need to do like that. And then under this, we need a list. So you're going to come here and select list. And we're going to copy that and drag that over to this column. And then under that, we'll need a button. And we're just going to go ahead and copy the button and do it just like that. Now I'm just going to copy everything over and adjust things. So from the list, make sure that whatever you want on each line is like that on the editor. And we're gonna go ahead and delete the space in here. You can't see the little dots here that make it look like a list. So we're gonna go to the paintbrush and go to icons and then go to color and then just make it black. So now you can see this little dots. You can increase the size of them. Text, obviously you'll be able to play with that as well. And again, if you want to change the button style to not have this icon, just go to the appearance and under style, just select label only. I'm adding a little border on these buttons, just to kind of make them pop a little bit. And what I did there to match the color is you just copy the code and just paste it in there if you want to have a matching color for them. I'm wanting to move this container a little closer to the services, but I believe because I don't have the services in its own container, it's kind of hard for me to adjust the margin and the padding while this text is just only on the page. As you can see, if you see my mouse come over to the left and this box highlights, this is your actual page of your website. So I think what I'm going to do is put the services in its own container by just making a little container here. We will change the color of it to white to match the page background, and then just drop services in that. Now it's in its own container. I don't know why that did not, that was weird. We're gonna go ahead and center this. So play around the padding a little bit to fix that a little better. I'm gonna save. Next, we're gonna add some testimonials, which I actually forgot to put in the link section. So let's go ahead and add that in. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add in testimonials, and then on the URL, we're gonna put the hashtag and then testimonials, again, because we're setting up the navigation bar. And then I believe I can move this. I wanted testimonials to be in between services and contacts, so you can just move around, shift them around like that. And then at the bottom, we're gonna go down to the bottom under the services container. We're gonna click on that, and you know what to do. Add a control, name it a scroll point, and then just put testimonials. And so it'll scroll there. Click on the control and then add your container. And we're gonna make this a white container. And we're gonna go ahead and put a slideshow. So that's what that is. We're gonna go ahead. Let's see if we could center this really quick. There we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and upload the first one. So obviously we can't see it right here, so we're going to edit the width so we can see the whole thing, and maybe even adjust the height so we can see the whole testimonial. We're going to go back to this image, add another picture. So all you would do if you have testimonials, or you can get testimonials from people you've already, done business with, have them write up a testimonial somewhere, and then you could just take a screenshot and literally use that as your image. Okay, I was just switching the pictures up here to make sure that we could see all the testimonial. We're gonna upload the last one, just having 3. Again, this is just to give you kind of an idea of what you can do on your site. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. And then you'll see down here, you can play with how it can transition on your site. So as you can see, if I come down here, you'll see it's on a little timer, and it'll go back and forth between what you have there. And so you can leave it as is. Right now, this is a 6-second delay. And I believe I adjusted the one that I have on there to 3 seconds, or let's just do almost 3 seconds. Publish. Then we're gonna scroll down just to see it. So there's a 1, there's a 2, and then there's a 3. If you want the testimonials to stay longer on the site, then you just play with the timing there. As you can see, we have a contact section here. So At the very bottom, this is the footer. We can go ahead and set this. We'll click on this container and add a control, make it a scroll point, and name this contact. You can go in and edit these texts, these buttons. You can have your number if you want. You can link social media platforms, and if you want to change them, you literally just click on them and click on the little arrows, and you can go down and delete. I just deleted the X one. If you don't have a Discord, let's delete that one. Scroll down, we'll delete it. So we have Instagram, TikTok, and email. To link these, you would just click on like the Instagram one, and for the URL, you would just grab your URL from Instagram and paste it here, press done, publish. You can test it all out and it will go to your Instagram or to your Facebook. You can also add all kinds of things. I mean, they have so many sites you can connect to, Apple Music, art. I mean, the list goes on. I didn't even know there were these many companies you could link things to your site. I mean, I can scroll down and keep scrolling down. So they'll have a connection to whatever site you want people to find you on. Another idea is you can, under control, you can put a container here. And then in this container, you can put a form. And let's go ahead and just center that really quick. I can make this way better. Just wanted to kind of give you an option. You can have them email you directly. You would just add an element, go to form, and make your container. Hopefully you saw that I sped it all up, but hopefully you kind of saw what I did there. To actually have these emails get sent to your email, you're going to click on the form, and then on recipient email, just put in your email right here. And then on completion, you can display a message like thank you, or I'll get back to you, or whatever you want. You can also have it redirect to a URL. You can run a code, or you can have it do nothing. I would just have it say, display a message, so at least they'll know that it did work and it's sent to you. For now, I'm gonna delete all of this. That was just, again, something you could do really, really fast. If you're wondering, well, I don't have a menu, I don't know how to make one, let me know in the comments and I can make a tutorial on how you can link a menu to this, or book your event. Or at the top, you saw where I put a button that said plan your meals with a chef. You can have it linked to a Calendly or a TidyCal link to set up a Zoom call and do something like that. Again, if you don't have these services, you don't have to put them. I don't know if you can hear in the background, but my little niece has just arrived and I want to go and say hi to her. Make sure to like and subscribe. Again, if you click that link in my video description below to use card and to get card and to upgrade, I'll really appreciate it. It is an affiliate link. Anyways, that's the end of this. I hope you have a great day, and let me know if you have any questions on this whole process.